Hey gamers, Gecko here. Evo is just around the corner, literally just 5 days away, and there is a high likelihood that you can't go. Well, maybe. With just shy of 10,000 people attending the event, the majority of the FGC seemingly can't make it, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy the festivities. I know I won't be able to go to Vegas this year, but I still intend to participate in Evo in the only way that I can. Watching it. But if you are a newcomer to the fighting game scene, you may see the Evo spreadsheet and be a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of things that are happening. There's a lot of different stuff going on, and trying to find the exact thing that you want to find can be a little bit hard. Not to mention there is a big blue question mark on the first day. So let's demystify it a little bit and see if we can break it down into an easy and understandable form. This is a basic viewer guide on how to watch Evo as it happens. We're going to be breaking down where you can find all of the separate channels, what all of them represent, and the things that you should expect from Evo this year. There's a lot to go over, but I will try and touch up on everything that I can. So, without further ado, let's get to it. The Evo events start and end at 10 o'clock AM and PM at Pacific time. This is PT, and you are going to have to try and convert it at your own risk, because the times that Evo is on can get a little bit scary. For my European friends out there who use UTC, Evo starts at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and ends at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. For us Brits, that's 6 o'clock in the evening and 6 o'clock in the morning. 12 hours of uninterrupted fighting games for 3 full days. There are 10 different Twitch channels that Evo is going to be broadcasted on. The main Evo channel is the main stage, so if things are happening on the main stage, it is being broadcasted there. On day 1, this is a special showcase that we will talk about a little bit later, but on day 2 and 3, these are the main game top 8s. We then have the numbered Evo channels from Evo 1 to Evo 7. Evo 2 through 7 stream the different pools that are happening at the event. These are generally broken up into the specific games that are being played. So Evo 2 is always Street Fighter all the time. Evo 3 is always Tekken. Evo 4 is mostly City of the Wolves, with Mortal Kombat being played on day 1 in basically its entirety. Evo 5 is primarily Guilty Gear. Evo 6 is Marvel vs. Capcom 2 with a little bit of Granblue. And then Evo 7 is Under Night with also a little bit of Granblue. Unfortunately, Granblue bounces between the two depending on the day. There are then 2 extra channels being Evo Extended Lineup 1 and 2. And these are the streams for the officially supported side games. So if you're looking for Rev 2, Rivals of Aether, Blaze Blue, they're all going to be on the extended lineup channels. Evo 1 does not stream on the first day, as it is the top 8 channel for the extended lineup games. We'll get into the order of the top 8 a little bit later, but these are what all of the channels do. If you're just looking for a specific game, you now know generally where to look. If it's Street Fighter or Tekken, you literally don't have to move. If it's anything else though, you might have to jump around a little bit. Not too much, and I'm sure the broadcasters will tell you what channel they're going on to, but you are going to have to move just a little bit. You may have noticed on the schedule sheet that there is a giant Evo showcase, and not a lot of people know what's going on with that. Thankfully for us, Dash Fight actually did an article with a breakdown of the timings for what is happening on the Evo main stage on day 1. I'll read out everything now because I couldn't find them in a very nice and condensed list, but the picture will be somewhere on the screen as I say all of this. The show starts at 10 o'clock with a venue tour. Then at 10:30, there is a Street Fighter League North America vs. EU exhibition hosted by Rob TV. At 11:30 to midday, there is an interview with JB Style and Shinkiro. Then from 12 to 12:30, Sega has a panel, and at 12:30 to 1 o'clock, Warner Brothers has a panel. From 1 to 1:30, Rivals of Aether 2 is doing a panel. From 1:30 to 2 p.m, JM Croft is hosting an Evo Jeopardy with a bunch of different FGC commentators and content creators. I won't be there. I'm stuck in England. From 2 to 3, Cygames is doing a panel. From 3 to 4, Seth Krillian is interviewing Arslan Ash. From 4 to 5, SNK is doing a panel. From 5 to 6:30, the Invincible versus developers are doing a panel, as well as some exhibition matches. From 6:30 to 7, the Can Awards are happening, which are awards that the Cannon Brothers hand out at EVO for different things. From 7 to 8, the Arc System Works Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact panel is happening, as well as an exhibition match. From 8 to 8:30, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls is having a panel. And then from 8:30 to 10 PM, Betty is fighting Justin Wong. And then at 10 o'clock, the show ends. As you can see, there are a lot of different things happening on the main stage on day 1, with a lot of different panels from different developers about different things. Some of them are a little bit confusing. Not sure why Warner Bros. Is there, especially because Multiverses fucking died. Never thought they'd show their face again. But the second one is probably about Virtua Fighter. The Invincible Versus one's probably going to give us a bit more news, and it is very long compared to the other ones. Marvel Tokon is one that I'm extremely excited about. Side Games panel probably has to do with Granblue. SNK panel probably has to do with City of the Wolves. And the Hunter x Hunter Net Impact is probably just going to be an apology from the developers. It won't be that bad. They'll have cool stuff. I'm joking. So that's the showcase that is happening in day 1. Day 2 and 3, though, the main EVO channel is turning into the only place where the top 8 are going to be streamed. On the main channel, the top 8 are going to be going in order of popularity, with the least popular game having its first top 8 and the most popular finishing out the event. This means that on day 2, the top 8 in order are Mortal Kombat 1, Under Night In-Birth 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising. Then on day 2, it is Guilty Gear Strive, City of the Wolves, Tekken 8, and finally Street Fighter 6. These second day top 8 games are going to be played in an arena, not in the normal venue, but that doesn't affect the live stream experience. Both of them are going to feel pretty similar. From the second day onwards as well, EVO 1 is beginning to stream the top 8 for the side games. However, the order for them is a little bit different. On the first day, we have Xrd, CVS 2, and Rivals of Ether 2, with a top 8 for the cosplay contest. Then on the second day, we have Virtua Fighter, BlazBlue Central Fiction, and King of Fighters 15. Samurai Showdown and Killer Instinct are both being streamed on the second day, but not on the EVO 1 channel. Samsho is having its top 8 on EVO 7, and Killer Instinct is having its top 8 on EVO 5. It's a very strange order for things, especially because these aren't going in reverse popularity. The order that they're going in is actually 7th, 3rd, 6th, 1st, 8th, 4th, 2nd, and then 5th, which is an order, to be sure. If you want to see any of the second games played, you're going to have to refer to the schedule a little bit more diligently. You can't just know that more people entered that game. You're going to have to actually see when it's being broadcast, which is a little bit weird. And I'm sure there's some weird reasons behind all of this. And of course, the rest of the channels are going to be streaming pools and top 24s whenever they happen. These tend to bounce around a little less. However, if you're like me and a fan of some of these smaller games that are being played, you are going to be finding yourself switching between a couple of the EVO channels. For example, Granblue has its first day on EVO 6 after the halfway point, but then finishes the next day on EVO 7. City of the Wolves starts on EVO 5 and then ends on EVO 4 on the first day. Also, despite only having like 60 somewhat more entrances, it's got way more time to be played than Guilty Gear. I have no idea why. But for the most part, Street Fighter, Tekken, and Guilty Gear are all on the same channels. So if you're a fan of them, you're not going to be moving around basically at all. I hope this helped demystify the EVO events a little bit. If you're just here for the announcements, I would recommend staying on the EVO channel, since the top 8s are generally where the games that are being played have announcements, and the panels are going to be where the developers announce smaller things or games that aren't necessarily at EVO. Invincible Versus is probably going to have something there. Marvel Tokon's going to have something there. Virtua Fighter probably has something there as well, since Sega's there. There's going to be a lot to enjoy, and I hope you do enjoy yourself. I'm definitely going to be enjoying myself, while also breaking my sleep schedule. I'm not going to be watching it alone, of course. The plan is to restream the majority of EVO so I can watch it with you guys. I do love restreaming tournament events, because some of the dumbest bits that we ever come up with on the Twitch channel happen when we're watching high-level gameplay. If you want to see me react to the announcements as they happen, laugh at dumb shit that happens in pools and on stream, and get hype over the event, make sure to go to the Twitch below. We are going to be bouncing around a lot of the different events. I'm going to try and find ways to keep myself awake because the event ends at 6 o'clock in the morning for me and starts at 6 p.m. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. The sun rises here at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to lose my mind. It's going to be fun, though. I hope to see you on the Twitch. I'm also streaming right now if you want to come and see it. And if you can't make it, subscribe to the channel, as my reactions will be posted when they happen. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you now understand how to watch the events at Evo. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!